Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera kepada pegawai-pegawai tinggi jabatan, pegawai-pegawai tinggi UiTM dan hadirin sekalian. Sebelum kata bersulam bicara, sebelum ilmu menusuk di dada, kata orang tak kenal maka tak cinta. Oleh itu, saya nak bermula dengan memperkenalkan ahli-ahli panel kita yang sudi meluangkan masa mereka dengan kita pada hari ini. Pertama, kita ada yang berusaha Dr. Dhesi Baha sebelah saya, yang merupakan thank you. Tepuk. Yang merupakan penasihat teknikal teknologi digital kepada Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad, Menteri Kesihatan Malaysia, dan berperanan sebagai salah seorang yang ditugaskan untuk memajukan ekosistem kesihatan Malaysia ke arah digital. Beliau telah mencipta beberapa program kesihatan menggunakan teknologi kecerdasan buatan. Dapat teka apa tu? AI, Artificial Intelligence, itu dalam bahasa Melayu. Artificial Intelligence dalam medical epidemiology yang telah diguna pakai semasa Sukan Rio Olimpik 2016. Dr. Dhesi juga telah menerima anugerah cemerlang King College Life Science Award dan MIT. Dan beliau juga merupakan top 10 innovators under 35 award. Jadi welcome Dr. Dhesi. Next kita ada yang berusaha Encik Izmir Yamin yang merupakan pengasas dan ketua pegawai eksekutif kepada Independence X Aerospace. Independence X Aerospace adalah sebuah syarikat pelancar roket bagi satelit nano dan pico ke low earth orbit dan merupakan pasukan Malaysia pertama, malah satu-satunya dari Asia Tenggara daripada 16 kumpulan serata dunia yang telah mencapai peringkat akhir pertandingan Google Lunar Express. Pertandingan ini mencabar para peserta untuk menghasilkan kaedah kos rendah bagi penerokaan robotik angkasa lepas. Jadi mungkin Encik Izmir akan huraikan lagi nanti. Dan beliau juga telah dicalonkan sebaris dengan Elon Musk di World Technology Award di New York, Amerika Syarikat. Seterusnya kita ada yang berusaha Puan Nadira Yusoff yang merupakan pengasas dan ketua pegawai eksekutif syarikat KidoCare, sebuah aplikasi baru dalam talian yang menawarkan perkhidmatan menjaga kanak-kanak bagi ibu bapa yang bekerja. KidoCare menghasilkan satu ekosistem bagi memberi sokongan kepada ibu bapa yang bekerja dengan menghubungkan mereka bersama pengasuh kanak-kanak bertauliah. Beliau juga pengasas bersama dan ketua pegawai eksekutif Nadi Ayu Technologies. Welcome. Last but not least, all the way from Sarawak, kita ada yang berusaha Encik Franklin Lingga yang telah menerima tawaran kontrak selama 10 tahun bersama syarikat otomotif terkenal dunia iaitu BMW Group sebagai pakar teknologi otomotif. Beliau berjaya mendapat hati 3 panel semasa pembentangan kertas kerjanya mengenai teknologi semi-solar otomotif di Austria dan bersaing dengan 2 lagi calon daripada Jerman dan Korea Selatan. Jadi welcome Franklin. Nama saya Faizul, saya dari Sarawak, jadi bahasa Melayu pekat sikit dengan slang Sarawak, dan saya akan jadi moderator untuk topik kita pada hari ini iaitu Mendepani Arus Industri Disruptif. Dan basically kita ada 2 tujuan utama iaitu memberi pendedahan yang menyeluruh tentang teknologi yang akan membawa kesan kepada semua industri seperti Artificial Intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things dan blockchain. Dan kita juga nak mengenal pasti kemahiran yang perlu sedia ada untuk menyumbang kepada penghasilan teknologi dan pembangunan sains untuk merealisasikan Harimau Asia, which is the main agenda of this event. Saya faham bahawa sesi ini diadakan right after lunch, so I hope we have your attention or at least pretend to pay attention. So at least we are all happy. Okay. So, nak bermula dengan soalan pertama. Pertama sekali, untuk menggambarkan pandangan yang lebih menyeluruh tentang topik ini, saya nak bermula dengan soalan yang generik. Dalam buku 7 Tabiat Efektif, Stephen Covey telah menyarankan bahawa kita patut mula dengan maklumat di minda ataupun begin with the end in mind. Oleh itu, apakah pandangan anda tentang maklumat yang harus kita capai untuk menghadapi teknologi disruptif pada masa sekarang? Encik Izmir boleh start.
Okey, Assalamualaikum. Selamat tengah hari semua. Terima kasih Tuan Moderator Encik Faizul dan our honorable guest. Okey. Pertama sekali, okey. Saya nak just enforce statement daripada Stephen Covey about begin with an end in mind. Sebenarnya apa yang kita perlukan di negara ni untuk mencapai negara maju adalah matlamat yang jelas dan sustainable. So apakah direction yang kita hendak pergi tu? So kita perlu melihat balik sejarah on how industrial revolution took place and how it changed the world we live in today. Kalau kita lihat industrial revolution berlaku sekitar 1800s, the changes was not as much as last 40 years ago. Tapi apa yang menyebabkan changes drastik daripada tahun 1900 sehingga kini? Apa changes yang berlaku di situ supaya dia berlaku secara pantas? Antara kajian yang saya buat dan bersama research yang saya lakukan, antara Wall Street Journal, dia ada buat analytics on what had happened to this world for this full 100 years. Ada dua invention yang didapati telah mengubah the way we do things and the way we live our life. Invention tu adalah yang pertama, transistors. Transistors telah melahirkan teknologi radio, television, mass media, communications. With this tool is enabling people to receive knowledge much faster than before. Itu baru teknologi yang traditional menggunakan voice and picture. Kita belum lagi cerita pasal digital data like internet. Then the next phase kita ada internet. So what makes the jump daripada transistor yang was invented in early 1900s ke high frequency transistors yang we have in 1960s kepada high-end microprocessor yang we have today, which is now you're talking about 5 nanometer size, you can pack in 1 trillion transistors in one small footprint of chip. What make this jump fast? Okay, the second technology, which is rockets. Rockets has been an enabler for the technological leap jump. Okay, so because of the space race yang berlaku pada tahun 1950s, 1960s sampai ke hari ini, the space race has pushed the barrier and the limit of technology. So apa yang they push? They push on how you miniaturize your transistors, your electronics. And today as we speak, we have a device which is called a smartphone, has the same power of the whole entire moon mission computer. Nampak tak what had happened? Because of the moon race, the space race, it has sped up the whole process. Jadi, for my perspective, within the company yang saya tengah spearhead sekarang ni, it's called Independence X Aerospace. We only take one portion of that. We are taking the space part to accelerate the whole nation's growth, and also looking at to commercialize this sector. So, this is the end in mind that I have right behind me. It's a rocket. Yes, it is a model that we create from engineering analysis. It is a launch vehicle that would be able to launch pico and nano class satellites, pretty much a CubeSat that you can hold in your hand. So these days, CubeSat is somewhat vital to research in microgravity, pharmaceutical, remote sensing, Earth observation, communications, and so on. The electronic industry has advanced so much that things become small. So we want to build this and to enable the rest of the industry by providing commercial launch services. We have stated on our website that we are selling the flight for 4.5 million for a 200 kilogram payload to launch into low Earth orbit. Okay, so the question is, how do we get from here to there? Okay, I just want to share with you. I will glance through some of the work we did. Okay. All right, so it began in 2008. We decided to join a platform that would accelerate our effort into building our launch vehicle. That is the Google Lunar X Prize. We were accepted by the thousands from the list of 1,000 applications, so down to 32 teams. So that was our first meeting in France, Strasbourg in 2008. So we didn't know where can that bring us. However, before we got to that point, we were building smaller rockets. Okay? Rockets that a lot of our peers around our circle didn't believe that we could actually make and build a small rocket or even make rockets at all. So we did. It's called Independence 1. It's a solid propellant rocket with self-funding. Okay? And then we went on to build a bigger rocket called Independence 2. And by the way, everything is designed, sourced materials, and manufactured here in Malaysia. And nak jadikan cerita lagi, these rockets are manufactured here at UiTM. Yeah, those are all UiTM students. Okay, so we move on. We didn't just stop there. We built a bigger and better engine. This is Malaysia's first liquid propellant rocket engine, and not just Malaysia, but the entire Southeast Asia. So with this test, it brought us very far forward. Okay, we did a lots of tests. Okay, that's me. That's our gang. You see how bootstrapped we are? We use a motorcycle helmet for our protective gear. Yeah. Okay. However, we brought forward this capability to international. We had won gold medal in Europe. We had also won the special award in Europe, all on a technology that our local people around us think we could not do. Yes, we can, because we have a vision. Vision of what? Vision of the future, that one day we will build a rocket and solve the problem of technological gap for this country. Okay, so the DNLV will be comprising of 2 stages. Okay, we will enter our first orbital flight test in 2021. We are building the main engine that will be clustered into 9 for the first stage. We are building as we speak. Design has been completed. Now we are doing the final test. And we will present the rocket engine test results in Paris Air Show this coming June this year. Okay. So, besides that, we have been recognized and we have been listed in the NASA report in 2015. All the highlight mention the country's name, Malaysia, and I'm very proud that Malaysia as a country are entering into the segment of rocket space manufacturer list. This is a UK Space Agency report. And also we are listed among all the big space players, which include SpaceX and Rocket Lab in there. Orbital ATK is a US military top contractor who supplies missiles to the US government. We are also listed in the watch list under Orbital ATK. Northrop Grumman is also a US military contractor. We are also listed there. This is a French aerospace magazine. We've been featured in French aerospace magazine in French language that covers entire Europe, which is, I was quite surprised. We're the only startup that was featured in this magazine, which has Airbus, Boeing, Thales, and all the big space consortium in that magazine. We also been featured in German magazine. And the best part is, this is my favorite, National Geographic. Finally, we have brought Malaysian name with the list of the entire world space giants. And in that list, you have USA, Russia, China, Israel, Germany, and suddenly you see Malaysia there. We also have a US patent application for our rocket engine. We have received this award called the Pioneer Award. It seems the Google Lunar Express Committee has acknowledged us that how much struggle that we have faced to reach to our goal. And they said, Pioneer Award for your trailblazing effort, ways, and perseverance through a challenging path. They appreciate and they give this award. And this is quite an honor. It was listed beside Elon Musk. And okay, so this is the business nature that we are going forward. Okay, we want to create rocket in order to be able to help the industry move faster and close the gap of the technological advancement in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Encik Izmir. Perhaps we can have Dr. Dhesi to, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, everyone. So I'll try to speak in English and Malay too. I'm from Sabah. I agree with Faizul. My kepekatan Melayu might confuse you. Hence, I'll try to speak in English and also, of course, a little bit in Malay. So, while waiting for my slide to be up. Yeah, so basically, since the topic is more about disruptive innovation, AI, and etc., right? So I'll just share a little bit on what's going on globally before we actually dive into to answer Faizal's question earlier. So basically, in whatever we are trying to do today, right, be it healthcare or fintech or aerospace, I think this hexagon is very important for us in terms of strategy. So in terms of talent, in terms of organization, technology, data, and analytics. So the goal, the ultimate goal here is to be at the outer ring of the hexagon. But what you see today, if you see this chart here, obviously in my sector in healthcare, the yellow bubble there with the yellow line there, if you see, in terms of strategy is pretty much quite good. In terms of talent, we are still lacking behind. In terms of organization, in terms of technology, and in terms of data, yeah, we collect a lot of data, but now we are looking into how we're going to use this data to do analysis. Even in terms of analytics, we're behind. But if you see service and gaming industries, right, the blue bubble there, if you see the blue bubble, they're almost at the outer ring there. So that's where you see actually Uber, online gaming and services and etc. So ultimately, our innovators here, I think your goal is to be at the outer ring of this. So you talk about AI adoption. If you see Malaysia, there's still a lot of empty holes there that needs to be filled up, and we are still at a lighter brown as compared to many of our neighboring countries. So this is across various sectors there. And you talk about IR, adoption to Industrial Revolution 4.0. In 2016, report shows that we are still fairly, lacking behind in terms of understanding and actually adopting Industrial Revolution 4.0. And in terms of organization worldwide, we see only 1 in 10 has the skills to be successful in applying advanced technology. 40% report a skill shortage, and only 1 in 4 have major skill gaps in data analytics. So these are the few things that are going on globally. And you talk about latest news we see today that preparing humans to work in a robotic world is quite scary to some people. And there are things like marathon machine coming in, unskilled workers are struggling to keep up with technology change. And also Bloomberg News report states that it's man versus machine and etc. So honestly, with all these issues and all these challenges coming up, so I think being a student myself before and also being an innovator, I think what is important to all of us today here is we got to say goodbye to the linear way of thinking, because having the linear way of thinking is going to take us ages to achieve what we would like to achieve. So I think what is important today is how do we think exponentially, I would say, double the capacity of our thinking, like Moore's law say, things are getting better, smaller and cheaper. So we got to think in that wavelength. So another thing that is important to me is I'll just share a little bit. I'm from Sabah. I come from a very rural school. It's not an international or private school, by the way. It's a normal school. And after getting into medical school, I thought that AI is the way forward, and we have to invest in AI. And that's when in 2015 I got a Google scholarship to NASA. And that's when actually we helped the government of Rio to build the Rio Olympics. So what I'm trying to say here is, I think you have to have that moonshot thinking idea. It's not about building things, just 10% bigger, but how do you build something 10 times bigger or better? So I think that should be in us itself. And another question I would like you all to answer is, when you create something new, I think ultimately is how will you positively impact billions of people's life. That's very important, because it's no point creating something new if it's like I said, if it's just going to help 10% of the people, etc. And why we have to think exponentially, I think you all are very familiar with this Kodak advertisement in 1996. There were 28 billion, market capital of 28 billion, employees of 140,000, and in 2012, doom, 17,000 employees and less than 100 million. Can anyone tell me why? Digital? It's just a small group of people coming with a market capital of 1 billion, 13 employees. So what I'm trying to say here is, you can be disruptive even though it's just 1%, 5%, 10%, it doesn't matter. It's about the execution of an idea that matters. And when you talk about genomics, I'll just share, since I'm from healthcare, I cannot leave health behind. So you talk about genomics, right? In 2001, it cost you about 100 million to sequence your genome. And in 2012, it's about 10,000 US dollars. And recently, I've just sequenced mine. It cost me about 400 ringgit, and it's just through saliva. So what I'm trying to say is, probably by 2020, it'll be cheaper than actually flushing a toilet bowl. Things are just getting way smaller, way cheaper, and way better. And the genomic test that I did, like I shared with you, how I feel is going to revolutionize healthcare is, for example, just with 400 ringgit and my saliva test, they actually gave me this kind of information to me, whether I'm South Asian, East Asian, or European. So I got to ask my mom where 0.8 of European came from. So, this kind of data, it shows you, and it also tells me whether I have autosomal kidney disease or sickle cell anemia. In fact, it gives me a full report that I'm slightly at risk of Alzheimer. Very sad, So these are the kind of things that you see. If you can get this kind of information at your fingertips. It's like beautiful, even before you even see a physician. So these are the kind of little things that are actually happening. And when you talk about the future, I think we can clearly see, how conventional companies today, like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Toyota, how tech companies are moving. If you can see Google there coming up immediately, right, in 2011, and you can see Apple just jumping over. So, things are just growing exponentially, like I said, in terms of software, in terms of data science, in terms of AI. So we just got to be part of it. So finally, I think what is more important is my message, because I've been told many times by experts that I can't do it. So my message to everyone here is, do not let other people's words or actions stop you. Because Thomas J. Watson, who was the CEO of IBM in 1914, said that there is no reason for any individual to own a computer in his home, but today all of us have one. So just imagine if you were part of the innovator working in Thomas J. Watson's office. I doubt you'll even innovate, right, back then. So what I'm trying to say is, don't let the experts tell you why you can't do. Follow your gut feeling and innovate, and always remember to think exponentially. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dhesi, for the quick insights on what's happening, on the trends that are happening in the world, mismatch, and what can we do for the future. So sekarang kita akan jemput Puan Nadira, perhaps to comment pasal the question or comment pasal what the panelists telah bentangkan.
Okay, thank you Faizul. Assalamualaikum. Selamat tengah hari. So since kita punya moderator, panelis semua bagi tahu dia orang datang daripada mana. Jadi saya orang Kedah. So you can expect, siapa orang Kedah kat sini? Alright. So you can expect a little bit of French in my Kedah ataupun language English lah, nah? Okay, so I hope you all don't mind. Because when I go into bahasa Melayu, it will keluar very pekat Kedah. So you can take Kedah, the girl out of Kedah, but not Kedah out of the girl. Betul? Alright. So just to bring back us all to the question, the first question, son. So starting with the end in mind. So I always like to tell, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a technology girl, I also am an alumni of UiTM. So apa nama ni? So we talk about end in mind from my perspective as a technologist or entrepreneur in the technology field, right? The last thing that comes or the end in mind for me is actually simplicity. To me, untuk saya, technology is meant to simplify, right? And if you look at disruption, ni kita dah masuk 4 kali disruption dah. Tiap-tiap kali kita disrupt, it always simplifies things, right? Like Dr. Dhesi cakap tadi, it makes it smarter or it makes it more useful, it makes it cheaper, right? So it simplifies how you use, and it also simplifies how you produce. So to me, it's about that, right? And I am actually an entrepreneur in a simple, very simple industry, yet very crucial industry, right? It is called the childcare industry. And walaupun kita nampak childcare ni apa, sangat nak jaga budak saja, ya, but there is a lot of technology that can be applied in the childcare industry. And let me just bring you to what we KidoCare are doing, right? Jadi kami menggunakan a lot of technology such as the AI, artificial intelligence pakai untuk childcare pula, kan? So AI, we do a lot of big data analysis, we combine a lot of Internet of Things, right? So we are not a childcare company, no, although we are disrupting the childcare industry. And I think this is where rasanya kita kena tukar sikit pemikiran kita. Selalu bila kita kata disruptive, orang ingat destructive. It is not. Disruptive means that it opens up opportunities for many people to come in and be a part of it in order to make it better. So it's an improvement to be disruptive. But a lot of people who cannot catch up with disruptive technologies or disruptive economies feel that they are being destructive. So this is what we want to change. The whole perception of everybody, come on board of the disruptive technology and disruptive economies. So what do we use? What do we do in this childcare industry? So we are a tech platform. We are not a childcare industry, childcare player. We are a technology platform that hopes to disrupt the childcare industry. Why? Because I am a mother of 6 children. Yes, 6. I don't even know how they come about, but there they were. So 6 anak ni faham sahajalah, ya. If you are a mother, if you are working, you will struggle with siapa nak jaga anak, right? You will struggle with a lot of choices, abundance in your childcare punya, your child's education, activities and whatnot. Sampai kadang-kadang you tak ada masa and you don't even know what to choose for them. Sometimes you don't even know who has what homework. Betul tak, Mak? Betul, right? So because of this, I would like to simplify the roles of the mother, not to simplify by taking it away, but to empower them with ways to make informed, wise decision, right? Contohnya, the use of AI and big data in KidoCare allows us to then track what is it that our customers require, and by our customers we mean our children. What do they require from the time they enter into our system all the way into their graduation out of our system. So we take children from kosong until 12 years old, they're 12 years old, they graduate lah. Anything children, we would be able to know whether dia perlukan education, what do they need in this education, what kind of care, what kind of person to deliver the care, what kind of personalization we need to put in. And when we are able to do this, we will enable a lot more, many more people to come into the whole industry, to become contributor to the society, AI, the children, by offering what they need. So this is where the technologies that we develop within a very simple application called KidoCare is meant to disrupt by making things simpler in terms of children's monitoring, safety. For children, we use technology to back this up, to provide parents the comfort and the peace of mind. So, itu sedikit sebanyak. Sorry, I do not have slide, tapi kalau nak tengok banyak, boleh pergi website. Ya, terima kasih.
Next, we can have a quick comment. Cik Franklin.
Okey. Salam sejahtera dan selamat petang. Saya berterima kasih atas jemputan ini. I think I'm the youngest one for the whole. Baiklah, bila kita bercakap tentang matlamat kita, matlamat untuk kita secure, kita punya title Harimau Asia pada masa hadapan, kita patut melihat apa yang terjadi pada masa ini dan kita kenali dan fahami setiap apa yang terjadi, terutamanya berkaitan dengan revolusi perindustrian 4.0. Ya, sebagai seorang pelajar, tentunya kebanyakan kita ingin bekerja di tempat yang baik. Kita mungkin ingin mendapat gaji yang baik selepas kita bergraduasi daripada universiti ataupun college atau politeknik. Dan apabila kita lihat peralihan teknologi, sebenarnya revolusi perindustrian 4.0 ini sebenarnya peredaran masa sebelum kita masuk ke dalam ekonomi robot ataupun kita digelar sebagai robot economy. Robot economy ini akan digunakan ataupun secara globalnya untuk kemungkinan besar untuk mereka mengurangkan kos bekerja ataupun mengurangkan kos-kos manufacturing di masa hadapan. Walaupun kita mungkin tak ingin itu berlaku, tapi itu adalah ramalan. Apabila kita lihat apabila kita lihat artificial intelligence semakin berkembang, autonomous system semakin berkembang, kita lihat self-driving car semakin berkembang, di situ kita melihat bahawa robot-robot akan menggantikan pekerjaan-pekerjaan yang sedia ada, terutamanya bukan hanya menggantikan, mungkin mengurangkan peluang kita. Dan dari masa ke masa semakin banyak para graduan yang akan bergraduasi daripada universiti. Tentunya pengangguran merupakan krisis yang paling serius yang akan berlaku sekiranya robot ekonomi akan terjadi. Oleh kerana itu, anak muda terutamanya harus mengenali apa itu revolusi perindustrian. Mungkin pada mereka, revolusi perindustrian merupakan satu zaman yang susah untuk mereka dapat kerja kerana banyak pesaing. Tapi jika kita lihat revolusi perindustrian 4.0 telah memberi medium kepada kita untuk melontarkan idea kita dan juga untuk menyampaikan idea kita kepada orang-orang yang boleh memberi peluang kepada kita. Saya boleh katakan bahawa zaman revolusi perindustrian 4.0 ialah bukan zaman anak muda untuk merebut peluang, tetapi untuk mencipta peluang. Kerana jika kita lihat sejarah Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, dia mencipta Facebook pada tahun 2003. Kenapa? Karena first, dia ada passion, dia ada minat dia terhadap sesuatu perkara, dan dia bukan hanya menyimpan itu sebagai minat, dia mengeluarkan idea melalui minat dia, dan seterusnya, he works for his idea. Dan oleh kerana itu, apabila kita melihat kejayaan-kejayaan mereka ini pada era Industrial Revolution 4.0 ini, sebenarnya kejayaan kita ialah apabila
1 minute left.
Okay. Oleh kerana kejayaan itu ialah bergantung kepada apabila anak muda ataupun diri kita tahu minat kita dan kita kembangkan idea itu dengan tidak malu dan memperjuangkan idea itu di masa akan datang dengan usaha kita sendiri. Thank you.
Okay. Terima kasih atas ulasan tentang robotik teknologi. Izmir telah in his speech dia telah menyatakan bahawa this industrial revolution lebih drastic daripada the ones before. And one of the points or one of the invention yang dia mention adalah transistors. Dan Dr. Dhesi juga telah dalam slide dia menunjukkan Moore's law. So saya nak tumpukan perhatian on Moore's law, which basically states that which basically means the processing power untuk komputer ni akan berkali ganda atau increase exponentially. Jadi adakah the processing power will continue to increase in 20, 30, 40 years to come, and how will it impact the mismatch or the future of employment? And perhaps you can try to limit your answer to 3 minutes, perhaps. Thank you.
Okay, about future opportunities for employment. Apa yang kita kena buat? Kita kena adapt. Jadi, if we understand what technology is all about, is an enabler for human civilization. Teknologi ini bukan benda baru. Dia telah wujud sejak 10,000 tahun dahulu. Teknologi pertanian, teknologi ketenteraan, teknologi perairan, macam-macam jenis teknologi. Cuma zaman sekarang teknologi itu lebih sophisticated, meaning many simple systems put together in one system. Jadi, what will happen in the future, certain jobs yang deemed routine task yang point A, point B, point A, point B, benda itu boleh di-replace oleh robot. Apabila task tu menjadi lebih complicated yang perlukan decision yang basic, orang ataupun bahasa komputer ni dia panggil deductive reasoning, okay, logics. Bila logics yang jenis macam tu boleh di-replace by a robot and computer, maka benda tu akan berlaku. So what is human left for in terms of job? Actually, human beings, the mind of a human being hasn't been deciphered by scientists fully yet. They don't know exactly how the human brain works. We have so dynamic brain that even the whole library, sini ada perpustakaan nama dia Pitar kan? Perpustakaan tu Abdul Razak. Even you can go to library and read the whole book and store in your brain. You will be surprised that your hard disk, your brain, will start to grow, expand. More neurons will be connected. That's how human beings, but not robots. They cannot make additional hard disk by itself. So that is where human beings come into play to make critical decision, not just based on IQ, but EQ as well. So what I sarankan to everyone yang looking forward for a future to be entrepreneur, to be inventor, to become successful in life, is to learn. Every day you need to learn, and you need to learn how to apply. Of course, tadi we talk about the end goal, your objective. So now we're talking about the process on how we get there. So you need to learn. You need to pick up on all the available technology. You cannot miss out on, I think everybody here needs to know programming. Okay, I'm an engineer, aerospace engineer. I studied in UITM. I did my diploma here in aerospace engineering, and I also did my degree here in mechanical engineering. And then I pursued in University Malaya, mechanical, Uni10, and I also did some business administration in Chicago. So basically, as an engineer, also I need to learn programming. Why? Because it's an inevitable future. You cannot run away from IT, from computer technology, from AI. They will come. So in order to fill in the gap, to make sure we don't lose out in the future, we need to be the builders of the future. We are the one who's going to fix the robot? Who's going to program better robots, better AI? If we don't adapt ourselves, then we'll be left out. Okay, thank you.
In my opinion, right, I'll give an example first. So I think somewhere 2 years ago, I went to, we had a competition in King's College London. So I met this surgeon, he was giving a talk. And so I asked him, I said, what are you practicing now? I mean, like, are you a gastrosurgeon or you're a cardiac surgeon, thoracic surgeon? So he said, no, I build robots. I was like, huh? I mean, like, you're a medical graduate, became a surgeon, why are you building robots now? So what he said was, no, the issue here now in the UK is things are changing rapidly. So because I'm a very good surgeon, what I did was I tend to code on robotic arms. If you all know, Da Vinci is our robotic arm for when we do surgeries. So basically, he's one of the coders who code those robotic arms. So basically, now he's a surgeon come robotic specialist. So to answer the question again now is, what I feel is the industrial revolution or even the digital revolution will not stop job opportunities, but it will create new job opportunities, meaning that it will create new fundamentals, things that, like I said, hybrid career for someone. So rather than just saying that it will probably replace human beings, I think it will just create new opportunities. Yeah.
Okay, so I come from a slightly different school of thought from Encik Izmir lah. Slightly different because I'm the managing director of Girls in Tech Malaysia, which is a global NGO. We're in 70 countries. And the thing is, I believe that not everyone must know programming, all right? Although, I think everyone should know how to develop a program. It does not mean that you do the programming yourselves. Because this is what I believe. The disruptive technology and the world that we're living in right now actually allows kita untuk menjadi orang yang specific in nature. A lot of things that you do becomes very specialized. And that's why bila kita tengok when because I'm an employer, when I want to employ somebody and I get somebody coming in with a 4 flat, so many people coming in with a 4 flat, but does not have a specialization, I do not know where to put them, right? So I believe that you have to know how to apply technology, you have to know what are the technologies out there, but more importantly for me as an employer, I would like to see more problem solvers, people who are able to see the problem out there and come up with an idea to solve. Because if you cannot have the technicalities of solving the problem, I will find somebody to build the technical ways to solve the problem. It is much more difficult to find somebody who can solve problem than somebody to build that problem solving mechanism. That's how I feel. And the other thing yang saya rasa amat menarik di dalam dunia yang serba disruptif ni, bukannya sahaja untuk kita bekerja di dalam peluang-peluang yang baru nak keluar. Kita tak pernah tengok lagi pun, tak pernah. Ya, depa pula. This is what you do bila orang Kedah nak cakap bahasa KL, okay? Mereka ada lebih banyak peluang to come in and create new solutions, right? Coming into what we call the innovation economy, coming into a specialized area of sharing economy. Now, sekarang ni kita tengok a lot of sharing economy platforms are kerja-kerja simple, right? Like Grab drivers or even our babysitters. But I'm just sharing with you a little bit of another business I have, yeah. So we have a company called Artnergy in which we build art structures that generate renewable energy, right? And these are us talking about technologies that you probably have not even seen, yeah? Like the solar organic ribbon and the piezoelectric rods and stuff like that, right? And this is when kita menggunakan kepakaran kita, ya. So we are a company of 3 people. We build mega projects of $100 million, right? But our staff are all people dengan kepakaran yang very specific and they are all over the world. We are the hyperloop for renewable energy that are created through art structures, right? So this is what I see with the disruptive technologies. You can build your areas of specialization and commercialize it. You can develop new values that you can use to market yourself to employers and even to generate newer solutions. There are opportunities when you look from a problem-solving angle and identify the technologies to create this new solution. This will enable you to work with so many other people to create new things that you have never imagined before. If you put the end in mind, solving the problem make it simpler. So that's from how I think. Thank you.
Okey. Pada pendapat saya rasa setiap yang akan berlaku ataupun setiap pembangunan teknologi itu, dia bermula dengan idea. Tidak kira mengira idea daripada yang veteran, senior ataupun yang muda. Tetapi ia bermula dengan memang idea. Untuk kita membuka peluang untuk diri sendiri dan juga untuk dalam masa yang sama menaikkan kejayaan Malaysia terutamanya yang berimpikan kebangkitan harimau Asia ini, tentunya kita perlu melihat secara global apa yang terjadi pada masa ini, terutamanya ya pemanasan global, perubahan iklim yang semakin meningkat. Jika kita melihat tentang perkara-perkara ini, sebenarnya ada peluang untuk kita mencipta sesuatu ataupun menghuraikan idea ataupun membentuk idea and make the research for your idea. Dengan ini cara kita untuk kita terlibat dalam pembangunan teknologi dan dalam pada yang sama ia membuka peluang kepada kita. Dan apabila kita bercakap tentang artificial intelligence, sebenarnya artificial intelligence ini ialah antara cara untuk solve the problem. Tetapi siapa yang boleh solve the problem of artificial intelligence? Tentunya manusia. Dan dekat situ kita perlu meneliti dan menyelidik lebih banyak tentang artificial intelligence. Saya rasa ilmu tentang artificial intelligence ini boleh dipelajari pada mana-mana usia. Even di Amerika Syarikat, di China, umur 16 tahun, umur 17 tahun, sudah pandai mereka artificial intelligence ataupun boleh mencipta robot sendiri dengan kemahiran programming mereka, dengan kemahiran pandangan jauh mereka, dan mindset ini perlu diimplementasikan oleh anak muda di Malaysia supaya kita standing dan kita standardize diri kita dengan negara-negara maju ini lain. That's why it's very important that all of us need to have the patience untuk memajukan negara dengan teknologi, dan we need to know our own patience, apa yang kita boleh relate dengan minat kita untuk kita bantu dan sumbangkan kepada generasi muda yang akan datang. Saya bagi contoh seperti Elon Musk, beliau beliau bangunkan kereta elektrik, Hyperloop, semuanya untuk memastikan masa depan bukan saja di negara, malah di seluruh dunia di suatu nanti akan menjadi lebih baik. That's the goal. We want to ensure that our future is beautiful like what we expect last 20 years ago. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. So we have time to one question from the audience. Jadi, anyone?
Assalamualaikum. Saya nak tujukan soalan ni kepada Puan Nadira. Saya daripada Kedah juga. Tapi saya berminat dengan penerangan Puan Nadira berkenaan pasal AI dan Big Data, mengenai perkembangan kanak-kanak daripada zero sehingga ke umur 12 tahun. Boleh tak sistem tu kita letakkan di dalam proses HR, Jabatan Sumber Manusia, Sebab untuk pengetahuan, saya adalah generasi wawasan 2020. Saya dilahirkan 1982. 2020 mungkin ada lagi 2 tahun lagi untuk saya tengok apa yang saya belajar daripada darjah 3 kan. Sebab tu saya datang. Tapi kita tak boleh tengok mana dia habis generasi wawasan 2020 ni. Saya tengok dekat tempat parking. Saya tengok penerimaan masyarakat marahin kepada program ni kurang. Saya tak faham kenapa orang tak excited. Mungkin disebabkan pasal dalam sistem pemilihan pekerja tu dia ada pilih kasih, bapak dia kaya, bapak dia menteri. Minta maaf saya bukan cakap politik. Saya cakap realiti. Sebab problem solver yang Puan Nadira bagi tahu tadi tu ada ramai dalam generasi wawasan 2020 tu. Tapi kita tak identify dia.
Bang, semangat tu bagus, tapi cuba cepat sikit lah.
Okey. Saya cuma bagi tahu apa yang patutnya kena bagi tahu lah. Saya rasa itu ibu masalah yang berada dalam Malaysia ni. Okey, terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Okey. Ni ibu nak abang lah ni. Ibu nak cerita. Ni wawasan 2020 punya generasi duk ada kat sini. Ada. Okay. So no, I think so the thing is kita punya sistem is design untuk perkembangan anak-anak. Tetapi sistem yang serupa, I'm not saying my system. I'm talking about the big data analytics can be used for us to develop somebody betul-betul based on what they require and then put them in the right position to flourish. That's what we always do. Dan kita selalunya kita ni bukan kita tak collect data. Dah bertahun-tahun dah data ni kita duk collect, duk ada dekat dalam database. But we never really looked at it. Sampailah somebody coin the term big data. Barulah orang interested, wih apa dia big data ini. But that is also because we never really had data analysis or data scientists who can make data tu, ada makna rupanya. Now there are two things when we talk about data. Analytics of data and execution of what you want to do with the data. Macam Cik cakap tadi lah. Ada, kita tahu, kita mengenali orang ni semua, tapi pasal apa dia tak naik? Is there any other reason? So they will take number 1, kepakaran untuk develop the data untuk something that becomes meaningful. In our case, children's data. Bila dia lahir, bila dia makan, bila dia mandi, bila dia bercakap, apa masalah dia tu semua. Right? And the execution, what we want to do with the data. In our case, we decided we want to come in and disrupt the childcare industry. Disrupt again, not disrupt, improve and fill in the gaps. That's what we do. But kalau kita nak ikut conventional way, maybe susah sikit. There are regulations based on childcare, ada sekolah, ada childcare center, ada macam-macam kementerian. When you talk about disruptive technology ni, kita ni ahead of the policy dan regulation yang sedia ada. Tapi bukanlah kita ni budak nakai. Kita nak bekerja dengan regulators to make sure that 3 years later, you are well aware of what's needed moving forward. We have the test case. Macam Cik kata tadi, boleh tak kita pakai untuk HR? Awak tak boleh. Ambil, somebody has to take this opportunity, become disruptive and not wait for something to be just built from below. Maybe you have to do this from outside and come out and say, hey, these are the people that you need to bring up. And that's why we talk about disruptive. You cannot wait. There is the technology. Apa yang perlu buat, kita ni, kita ambil, kita pakai, kita buat dulu. That's how any disruptive technology and any disruptive businesses are created. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So perhaps we can have last comment before we wrap up the 1 minute each.
Okay. Semua inginkan Malaysia menjadi negara maju kan? Okay, bagus. Mulai hari ini, have the mindset of a developer. Bina sesuatu. Go out there, find the problem around you and solve it. Reduce the dependency on foreign technologies. Stop being user. Probably you cannot stop being user today, but let's put a target in the future. That is supposed to be our wawasan. Wawasan 2020 is just around the corner. Okay, that's fine. But from now on, let's change this mindset that we Malaysians want to be a developed country and we must be a developer and solving problems. Boleh? Okay, thank you.
Pada pendapat saya, wawasan 2020 ialah past is past, terimalah hakikatnya. Apa yang kita fikirkan sekarang ialah anak muda, saya, anda semua, kita adalah future for the Malaysia and we need to do something for Malaysia, not to look the people, not the other peoples. Sangat penting untuk kita belajar. Pergi library, belajar, cari sesuatu, jangan hanya di dalam kelas, jangan to focus on obsess to get the dean list or whatever. We have our goal is to make Malaysia better in the future, so we need to work harder. Thank you. Make Malaysia great again, yeah?
Okay, I'm not good in giving speech, okay, but I'll say something. I think the biggest problems in the world are the best business opportunities. So start loving the problems today. Thank you.
Jadi kesimpulannya, sarang semut dalam gelap, orang selimut selalu lelap. Kesimpulannya, orang yang tak produktif akan ketinggalan. Jadi jika anda nak jadi produktif, salah satu platform yang anda boleh tengok adalah Akademi Harimau Asia. To find out more, come for the launching tonight.